Hi everyone, it's Ray with Tarot Living. So we're going to do a weekly tarot card reading for August 30th to September 5th, and I am going to do it with the Anna K Tarot. So this is quite a Rider-Waite friendly tarot deck. Images are somewhat different, so you can see, for example, there's the Eight of Wands. Images are a little bit different, but really Rider-Waite friendly. And beautiful deck. I'm going to actually just intuitively pick two cards for the reading that we're going to have for this week. That is the first card, and that is the second card. Okay, this is the Tower card that came up first, and I'm actually just going to show you a little bit closer up, and that is her depiction of the Tower. And the second one is the Six of Swords. It was so funny. Right before I was doing this reading, I was thinking, oh, Six of Swords is a great card. I don't know why that just flipped into my head. And then there I actually just picked it. So in this reading, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give you a thought system, an idea that you can do when you're doing two card readings. Think about, when you're pulling the two cards, if there's a card that is creating tension and a card that's creating release. Okay? So that's actually what I would say about this reading. So first of all, we've got the Tower card that comes in. And we did pull that one first, and I'm actually just going to leave it there because I think the Tower card is obviously creating a lot of tension. And the Six of Swords is going to be creating some level of release. Additionally, because it is a major arcana, I would actually say that this is going to create some type of spiritual or psychological growth as well, just because the major arcana typically deal with the more serious and more psychological and spiritual underlying elements of life. So the Tower card, let's talk about that first, the major arcana. The Tower card is basically a card that says, the way that things are currently need to be adjusted, shaken up, and there will be some type of upheaval or change or sudden occurrence that happens that actually creates change just by the very fact that it is creating upheaval. Oftentimes we see this card when we are requiring perhaps some type of change, and maybe we didn't, it's sort of that saying where you hear a whisper and then you didn't take heed to the whisper, and then you hear another, voice a little louder and you didn't take heed, and then suddenly you hear, you have something that happens that's more dramatic. So the Tower card reminds me of that, where we're rolling along and something in our lives needs to be adjusted or changed, and that is the way that change occurs sometimes, is that it can be quite sudden. So look for something in terms of this week that may happen that's going to be, not very expected. Something that creates some level of, disruption or difficulty. It can be quite difficult when the Tower card hits. We feel like we're out of control. I mean, oftentimes there's a symbol. I can't remember. She's got the symbol of someone falling. Yes, she's got people falling as well. So people are falling from the Tower, and it's really kind of a wake-up call of what it is that you need to do to make some kind of pretty significant change potentially in your life. So that's the Tower card, and that's what I wanted to say about that. And then if we move to the second card, the Six of Swords. Swords are often about, swords obviously are our mental workings, our perception, the way that we think, learn, the way we communicate, the way basically that our entire mental workings, are happening. And the Six of Swords basically says that you are going to be moving into a period where it's going to be calmer. So you're going to move from choppier waters to calmer waters, because the Six of Swords comes after the Five, which there's been some difficulty and strife with the Five, and Six does move us into a period of calm waters and something that, some growth. And generally speaking, it means that you're going to be moving from one place to another. And because it's swords, we can think about it as one mental place or one place of perspective to another place of perspective. You can also think about the Six of Swords as that you have to have some kind of movement or change. So you may be moving from one place to another place because you require it. The Tower being next to it is saying some kind of change needs to occur here. So something maybe disruptive is going to occur, and then you're able to actually make those changes. And it's saying those changes will bring you to a calmer place, to a more balanced place. The Six, generally speaking, creates a little bit more balance and harmony than certainly a Five or even a Seven. So that's great. It can also mean, that sometimes it can represent travel, or that you have to do some kind of movement. So anything that requires basically that you have to take yourself from one place to another place. So the Tower is coming in saying there's going to be something that's unexpected that may occur. And it's going to create some kind of disruption, upheaval, or difficulty, and some change. And the Six is saying, you are now then through that change, if you can embrace it and understand what it means to you and what is required of you in order to grow and develop, then you will be able to move from a more difficult place to a more place of greater harmony. So this is definitely a tension release type of reading, the way that I would see it. You definitely feel all of that angst and difficulty with the Tower card, and then the Six is creating some kind of release or calmness thereafter. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of what's coming up for this week, and that is for August 30th to September 5th. I hope you all have a great week, and I shall talk to you soon. Take care.